Hello again, everyone. Todd Michael Putnam from Creative Adventure Tables, bringing you another adventure table idea, and this is the Smuggler's Port. The Smuggler's Port. And the idea behind it is that there's this small man-made island, basically hidden out in the seas, and if you're able to locate it, it's a place where pirates and smugglers and all kinds of shady type people go in order to basically offload their wares to other buyers. It's basically like a giant fencing post, so to speak, out hidden in the ocean, away from prying other government eyes and things like that. So, and the players, in order to get there, well, they might have either had to pay an exorbitant sum of money in order for someone who knows to take them there, and maybe they were even blindfolded on the trip or something, or they could have joined a pirate's or a smuggler's crew and spent several months earning their trust and whatnot before they're actually brought to the island. Something like that would have to be in order for them to get onto the island itself. But the players need something that is likely to be found on this island, or it could not be a thing, it could be a person too, because this island is going to be filled with pirates and smugglers and renegade wizards and people that are on the lam, like people that are running from the dukes and the earls and the kings, or the long arm of the law, etc. Maybe they're going after a bounty for a particular pirate, and so they know that more than likely if they get to this island and they bide their time within the next couple of months or so, that pirate is going to come to offload their wealth or any items that they got, and that'll be the opportunity to jump them, whatever it is they need to get onto this island. But once they get there, there's going to be all these different factions. Like I said, there's going to be different pirate ship crews that are on there that might be obviously not too friendly with one another, or they could be smuggler crews. There could be certain merchant ships that are all engaging in shady stuff. There's going to be renegade wizards and things that have their own agendas, and so they've got spies out and about looking through whether they're normal people or magical. Thieves and stuff can be in there. There could be a guild of thieves that basically heist stuff in this area. There's going to be all kinds of different factions that are here that the players are going to have to figure out who they are, if they're telling the truth, what information they have access to, what they know about the other various factions, and if they can be trusted. That could result in some theft from one another. It could result in heists, or maybe framing other members for some reason, like maybe in order to get the information they need from this pirate crew, for example, they might have to go over and steal something from this pirate crew's boat and then somehow frame the people that are in this boat from doing it, and by doing but still return the item to the original people that hired them. And if they do that, they'll earn the trust, right? Things of that nature that can happen. So it'd be a very social type thing. Lots of role play in an event like this. Lots of NPC dialogue and communications, and opportunities to really inquire, explore, and discuss things with NPCs to try and get whatever they're looking for. And as far as the build is concerned, super simple. So I've just got 3 ships that are from WizKids. Well, actually, I've got 4. The 4th one is from Printable Scenery. Over here, it's like an elven sailing ship. Love this thing. It's a lot smaller, but it looks really cool. But I've got 3 WizKid ships. You obviously can use other ships. There's ones that they have that are literally just cardboard cutout things that show the bottom, basically the layout of the ship per se, but it lays flat. That would work perfectly well if that's what you're doing. You could just have 3 pieces of cardboard that are cut out in rectangles, draw your squares on it, and have your different levels for the ship on it as far as that's concerned. And then a number of buildings. These buildings are 3D printed or from Zitterdess. Again, Zitterdess, I think, is going out of business, or soon to be, one of the two. But as the case may be, you can find stuff from eBay and Etsy and stuff for houses, or of course 3D print your own. Or you could build them if you've got WizKids Warlock tiles, or Dwarven Forge tiles. You can use those. open lock for 3D printing. There's all different kinds of ways you can do that. These docks you can find on Etsy, I believe it is. Yeah, it's not eBay, it's on Etsy that have these docks. And just do a search for like 28 millimeter docks and you'll find them. And it's kind of like a, I don't know, almost like a balsam wood type material, and just assemble them and throw them on there. It's just a bunch of crates and stuff. This, and then I have, holding all this up, underneath here, I have my Todd tiles, 2 underneath each one of these. And these are, I believe they're 12-inch by 12-inch Dwarven Forge terrain trays that are just rock terrain trays. So I just put those underneath to basically leverage it up a little bit. With my Todd tiles, it's the perfect height to match up basically with the docks. And then another set of docks here from Zitterdesk down lower for like the small rowboat type stuff going on. So that's it. That's all it takes. And obviously a bunch of minis. I get the vast majority of my minis now from WizKids. They're pre-painted. They look fantastic at gameplay distance. So I always recommend those if you're not a painter or if you don't want to paint thousands of minis. Cost you a little bit more per mini, but not, to me, the time is worth it. But obviously everybody needs to make their own valuations. Or if you just love to paint, by all means, go get yourself some unpainted minis from WizKids, or Reaper, of course, has some fantastic minis as well. And there's lots of Patreons out there that sell minis that of different types that you can 3D print and paint up. And sorry, I forgot the battle mat itself. I've got 2 of the WizKids Ocean battle mats side by side. Perfect, fills up the table. And that ends up being great. So, and as far as how would I handle this with my players here, you know, where would they put their dice and stuff? Well, the players along this end right here, you just have folding TV tray tables that you put on the side. They put their stuff there. And I've got another table that I actually put that fills across the bottom of that 2 players always sit at. And I'm sure if you've looked at my other pictures, you've seen that. So that is it. That is the Smuggler's Port. And what it looks like, and I'll zoom in close here a little bit on some of the buildings. This is like both of these guys here are 3D printed. This one's a Zitterdesk. That's another 3D printed one. And of course, you just come up with whatever you want. Like this building right here could be the warehouse building. This building here could be the inn and the tavern or whatever it is where, you know, people rent rooms and stay, right? This one here could be, maybe it's a wizard's home or something. There's a, you know, provisioner shop over here, or a blacksmith shop, different, you know, carpenters or whoever else, different places where you can, you know, sell stuff, basically pawn shops, if you will, for lack of a better term. And you just pick whichever ones you want. You say, okay, this is the pawn shop over here. This pawn shop specializes in gems and jewelry and foreign currency and stuff. And this one, other one over here, maybe specializes in magical items or exotic items and things of that nature. And that's all you gotta do, is just assign each building a purpose, assign a couple of NPCs with some big personalities, and then of course some immediate plot ideas as far as why they might have challenges with each other, but they're not able to just directly go after one another. Instead, they'd want a third party, such as the players, to go in and do the business for them, so that their hands look clean, but they still end up getting what they want, and maybe not upsetting everybody else who's on the Smuggler's Cove, that they need to have some kind of a working relationship with. Like over here, I've got an elven ship, so maybe for some reason there's a contingent of elves that's on the island because they're looking for something too. The possibilities are endless, basically, for who would be out here looking for, either trying to find an individual or trying to locate certain items that are maybe not legal, or are incredibly rare and or expensive, or, you know, recently stolen and trying to recover, even possibly. So that's it. Thanks for watching. If you've watched this far, please like and subscribe, and leave comments on the video in the section below the video. And I will see you guys next adventure. Take care. Bye.